Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. I think if it is true that there are as many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. He stepped down, trying not to look long at her, as if she were the sun, yet he saw her like the sun even without looking. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow, but this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. If then I were asked for the most important advice I could give, that which I considered to be the most useful to the men of our century, I should simply say, in the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. If you want to be happy, be. Spring is the time of plans and projects. Is it really possible to tell someone else what one feels? Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. A quiet, secluded life in the country, with the possibility of being useful to people to whom it is easy to do good, and who are not accustomed to have it done to them, then work which one hopes may be of some use, then rest, nature, books, music, love for one's neighbor. Such is my idea of happiness. In the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. Freethinkers are those who are willing to use their minds without prejudice, and without fearing to understand things that clash with their own customs, privileges, or beliefs. This state of mind is not common, but it is essential for right thinking. Wrong does not cease to be wrong, because the majority share in it. I've always loved you, and when you love someone, you love the whole person, just as he or she is, and not as you would like them to be. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Be bad, but at least don't be a liar, a deceiver. Love, the reason I dislike that word, is that it means too much for me, far more than you can understand. All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made up of light and shadow. The strongest of all warriors are these two: time and patience. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. Anything is better than lies and deceit. A man can live and be healthy without killing animals for food. Therefore, if he eats meat, he participates in taking animal life merely for the sake of his appetite, and to act so is immoral. Boredom, the desire for desires. I always loved you, and if one loves anyone, one loves the whole person, just as they are, and not as one would like them to be. Dolly. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. Love is life. Everything that I understand only because I love. Everything exists only because I love. Everything is united by it alone. Love is God, and to die means that I, a particle of love, shall return to the general and eternal source. All great literature is one of two stories. A man goes on a journey, or a stranger comes to town. Muhammad has always been standing higher than the Christianity. He does not consider God as a human being, and never makes himself equal to God. Muslims worship nothing except God, and Muhammad is his messenger. There is no any mystery and secret in it. Sometimes she did not know what she feared, what she desired, whether she feared or desired what had been, or what would be, and precisely what she desired, she did not know. All the girls in the world were divided into two classes. One class included all the girls in the world except her, and they had all the usual human feelings, and were very ordinary girls, while the other class herself alone had no weaknesses, and was superior to all humanity. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. If you love me as you say you do, she whispered, make it so that I am at peace. The whole world is divided for me into two parts. One is she, and there is all happiness, hope, light. The other is where she is not, and there is dejection and darkness. The best stories don't come from good versus bad, but good versus good. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. Pierre was right when he said that one must believe in the possibility of happiness in order to be happy, and I now believe in it. Let the dead bury the dead, but while I'm alive, I must live and be happy. They've got no idea what happiness is. They don't know that without this love, there is no happiness or unhappiness. For us, there is no life. It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken, and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than in what they consider right and wrong. You can love a person dear to you with a human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. But I'm glad you'll see me as I am. Above all, I wouldn't want people to think that I want to prove anything. I don't want to prove anything. I just want to live, to cause no evil to anyone but myself. I have that right, haven't I? But the law of loving others could not be discovered by reason, because it is unreasonable. True life is lived when tiny changes occur. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. It's hard to love a woman and do anything. He soon felt that the fulfillment of his desires gave him only 1 grain of the mountain of happiness he had expected. This fulfillment showed him the eternal error men make in imagining that their happiness depends on the realization of their desires. We are asleep until we fall in love. What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility. Seize the moments of happiness, love and be loved. That is the only reality in the world. All else is folly. It is the one thing we are interested in here. He felt now that he was not simply close to her, but that he did not know where he ended and she began. I often think that men don't understand what is noble and what is ignorant, though they always talk about it. I simply want to live to cause no evil to anyone but myself. Love those you hate you. Everything I know because of love. He was afraid of defiling the love which filled his soul. Not one word, not one gesture of yours could I ever forget. I wanted movement and not a calm course of existence. I wanted excitement and danger and the chance to sacrifice myself for my love. All the diversity, all the charm, and all the beauty of life are made up of light and shade. Whatever our fate is or may be, we have made it, and do not complain of it. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him. What a strange illusion it is to suppose that beauty is goodness. Human science fragments everything in order to understand it, kills everything in order to examine it.